Hello viewers, this is the Tomato Harvest. Today I'll be showing you how the groundhog ate all my plants. So let's go ahead and you see what the groundhog did yesterday and ways and means that we can help eradicate groundhog, drive them away from our garden. If you have a way that you can help viewers know, please leave a comment, share your ideas so that we can all learn together. So here, you see these kales here? They were planted in a laundry basket and they were really doing very well. I cut the laundry basket into half because it was long enough. So the groundhog was getting, somewhere to anchor himself really well. I brought it here because this fence was in a higher ground and the groundhog was taking advantage of that to jump um, into the garden and eat. So yesterday the groundhog had a party and the party went well and he virtually ate all this. Here we have dill, but he doesn't touch dill. I think it doesn't like dill. There are certain species of plants that he selects, maybe probably because of the way they smell or something, or maybe he's just preserving it for a future meal. So here we have the hole. Guys, you can see this hole here. The groundhog uses this hole to come from my neighbor's place. There's a time I really put a bigger stone or something like a block to block it from coming, but it pushed it and dug much deeper and went beyond the block. So that one did not help. So that one tells you that the groundhog is very, very smart the way it thinks. So the tomatoes here was never touched. I'm wondering whether not tomato, the onions here were not touched, and I'm wondering why this tomato plant has not been touched yet, but I suspect it's being preserved for a future meal. The dill here is drying, I don't know what it did. Lemongrass doesn't touch. The other lemongrass too, the groundhog did not touch, but in between the lemongrass, you can see the pumpkin. It has started eating it. So it cannot fruit, it cannot form bulbs. So that is just waste. So I was having very good onions that I've harvested multiple times during this season. But yesterday when I came back, I found when the beans were gone. So the groundhog was having a very big feast yesterday. I wonder whether it was only one or there were two because uh, the number of plants that were consumed yesterday is so high. This section was having coriander, was all cleared by groundhog. And here we have the lettuce. So the groundhog managed to eat the lettuce. And you know what it does? Um, you see the way the mesh is dented. It normally climbs over and eats the leaves that are protruding on the holes between the meshes, the wire mesh. So that is how smart this animal is. So here we have our native African garden, African plant. But right now it's done. This one I've harvested multiple times. So this is the fruiting stage and I'm leaving them to form seeds so that I can be able to use that in the next season. Down there was also the African vegetable that the groundhog cannot allow it to grow. When it's spring, when it's one leaf grows, it feeds on it immediately. So that one is also gone. So the chives, the onions here are doing pretty good. The groundhog is not concerned about that. I think that is what I'm planning to do the next season, just to plant chives or onions, all of these raised beds, and not plant anything that that the groundhog likes. So here also we're having some vegetables uh, known as mito, the African bitter herbs too. Our friend groundhog cleared everything. So this section, this is a species of, we call them kale, a very rare species, mostly found in Africa. Its name is Candida. It is very, very nice, very, very juicy, very tasty. I don't know really why it is still here, because this is one of the things that I suspected that the groundhog will eat right away. But I realized yesterday that it climbed on top here and never ate it. So maybe it doesn't like the smell, I suspect. So I'm just praying it leaves this so that I can also have something to eat in this season, and count that this one here I succeeded. In this compartment, viewers, I was having very nice Swiss chard. Um, as I say, our learned friend ate everything, cleared everything. Yeah. So for the corn over there, I have like about 10 plants, and apparently he doesn't interfere with the corn. So maybe if somebody can tell us if groundhog eat corn, please share with us so that we can know the plants that the animal does not eat, and we plan well in the next season what to plant and what not to plant. This section was also having the same vegetable, was eaten. Everything is down on the ground. We were also having some African pumpkin, very nice species of pumpkin that produces very big. This one was eaten. You can see it's all gone. It's all gone. Yeah. So these two tomatoes are specifically planted for the groundhog to deter it. Yeah. Because that's, you see that corner there, that is where it comes from. So what I did was to plant the two tomatoes next to where I suspect that it normally hides. So funny enough, the plants were eaten enough, and the fruits were, like, most of the fruits went. And right now, I think he is leaving it to form more fruit so that he can come back and feast on them. There, I can see the cherry tomatoes. They're doing great, and some of them are ripe. I think I need to harvest them. I realized that this section was not touched for some time, but today in the morning I saw one or two tomatoes dropped and they were eaten. So probably I'm suspecting that it is jumping over. So if somebody can tell us in the comment how many feet or meters high should we put our fences so that the groundhog doesn't access it. So this one, I'm just praying the groundhog can spare it this for me. As we go over here, I can show you rosemary. No, the groundhog doesn't like rosemary. But for the kales, guys, you can see this was what was eaten yesterday, and I had to transplant them from another container and bring them up, put them on a raised structure like this with center blocks. I did this so that at least as much as they ate everything, they might still sprout and the leaves can still grow. So though the season is also moving very fast, we're going to August. Maybe I'll get one or two leaves to put in my plate. But this is a massive, massive, massive distraction. Guys, I'm not giving up. Next year, I will plan really, really well. Plan really well for the groundhog. With your advice, if somebody can share ways of deterring a groundhog from somebody's property, if somebody can share what can we do, because I believe I'm not the only person who is struggling with groundhog. Here in Massachusetts, and especially in bushy areas, it is a big menace. Can somebody leave a comment? Please share my video, leave a comment, subscribe, and let's grow together. Thank you very much for watching my channel, and have a wonderful day. Bye.